Have you ever felt that our modern life seems to be filled with all sorts of troubles and anxieties, making it genuinely difficult to be happy from the bottom of our hearts? Today, let's change our perspective and seek answers from the wisdom of our ancestors. We will thoroughly deconstruct the two keywords that form the basis of our troubles: doubt and wrongdoing. I believe many have asked themselves this question. The answer might be hidden in the ancient meanings behind the two characters that make up the word worry that we use every day. Next, we will see how these characters reveal the workings of our inner mind. Our analysis today will be divided into 4 parts. We will first discuss the roots of worry, doubt, and wrongdoing. Then we will delve into a deep analysis of how these two characters influence us. Finally, we will look at the solutions offered by the ancients. Let's begin with the roots of worry. 1. The roots of worry, doubt, and wrongdoing. In truth, if we trace the origins of the various vexations and misfortunes we encounter in daily life, most stem from 2 forms: doubt and wrongdoing. You can think of them as a pair of bad companions. These 2 elements form the foundation of our unhappiness. 2. Deconstructing doubt. Let's start by analyzing the first character, doubt, and how complex it is. If we look up ancient dictionaries, we find that the initial meaning of was simply 惑也, meaning confusion or perplexity, a feeling of uncertainty in the heart. Speaking of doubt, many might think of another term, ignorance. While they sound similar, they are quite different. Simply put, doubt is the unsettled feeling in your heart, where you think, maybe, perhaps it's like this. Ignorance is where you are completely, absolutely certain that you are wrong from the very beginning. The deep root of doubt, fear and projection. However, the truly interesting point is this: the deeper root of doubt often does not come from our rational judgment, but from our emotions, especially fear. As the saying goes, what you fear in your heart is what you will suspect in others. This is like the famous story of the man who suspected his neighbor of stealing his axe. When you are constantly afraid that your axe is gone, you look at your neighbor, and their walk, their speech, everything about them looks like a thief. Therefore, suspicion is essentially the result of projecting our deepest anxieties onto others. The negative energy of doubt, the spirit of enmity. This kind of doubt generates a very specific negative energy, called the spirit of enmity. Think about it. When you suspect someone, what arises in your heart is certainly not a peaceful atmosphere, but rather a hostile, uncomfortable feeling. Although this energy hasn't yet turned into true violence, it is already the fertile ground for all conflicts. Why do we doubt evil more easily than we believe in good? It's strange. But have you ever wondered why we seem to be naturally more inclined to suspect others of malice than to believe in their goodwill? Why is it easier to doubt the good than to believe the good? The answer might be a bit harsh, but it's important. Our worries are trained behavior. From childhood, we rarely practice how to trust. Instead, we spend a great deal of time and effort practicing how to doubt and how to assume the worst-case scenario. Put plainly, worry is a bad habit we acquire later in life. 1. Deconstructing wrongdoing. When doubt, this feeling of uncertainty arises in our heart, it often leads to the next behavioral deviation, which introduces its troublemaking partner, wrongdoing. Hearing the word, people might think of demons or monsters, but that's not the case. In ancient texts, the most fundamental meaning of is incorrect. Any behavior that deviates from the correct rule, order, and principle can be considered wrongdoing. Look at these examples. They are very relevant to our lives. Your body only needs 1 bowl of rice, but you insist on eating 3, causing your body to lose its order. This is a form of wrongdoing. This job is clearly your responsibility, yet you try to push it onto a colleague. This is also a form of wrongdoing. The following quote speaks volumes. People are like this when told to do what is right and work diligently. They say they have no energy or spirit, but when told to argue or fuss over trivial things, their energy suddenly appears. This misplaced energy, used in non-constructive ways, is a classic manifestation of wrongdoing. So never underestimate these small matters in life. The accumulation of these small improprieties can have astonishing consequences. Unhealthy eating habits can destroy your health. A confusion of responsibilities in the family can ruin a home. Imagine the consequences if the entire society were filled with this spirit of wrongdoing. 2. The solution: cultivating right view. Now that we've discussed the roots of the problem, doubt and wrongdoing, what should we do? Ancient wisdom offers a direction. We must cultivate our right view. Let's deconstruct the character view. It's quite interesting. The top part is I, and the bottom part is child result. The structure of the character itself tells a story. A view is the understanding that is born after you use your eyes to look at things, like a mother looking at her child. Therefore, our views are not inherently neutral. If your understanding is based on the correct path, rules and order of things, what is produced is right view. Conversely, if your understanding starts from wrongdoing, from fear, suspicion, and chaotic thoughts, what is produced is naturally wrong view. The prerequisite for benefit: right view and the I Ching. In the ancient classic I Ching Book of Changes, there is a famous line: "It is beneficial to see the great men." It means that meeting a person of great wisdom, virtue, or status is advantageous to you. It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? But there's a crucial prerequisite. It is only beneficial if you approach them with right view. Think about it. If your mind is impure, your head is full of wrong view, and your actions are disorderly, what happens when you meet a great man like Judge Bao? They will not bring you benefit. Instead, they will see through your problems at a glance, and you will receive not gain, but rather a reprimand or punishment. So, after all this discussion, the final question is quite simple and turns back to ourselves. When we look at things, at others, and at ourselves in our daily lives, is the view that arises in our hearts right or wrong? This is a question truly worth pausing and contemplating for every one of us.